What a beautiful life I live. All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life.
Afternoon. Welcome to Brick City. It's your host, the real Charlemagne. Today I got a special guest with me. Dude I known all his life, literally. It's my son. His name is Tyrese. He's a barber in Charlotte. I would say up and coming barber, but he's definitely making his way, making his own way, making his own noise, doing things his way. And then with that being said, I'm going to cut up to the song The Weekend right now. And the next voice you'll hear is myself and Tyrese from Olympics Cuts in Charlotte. Thank you. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that last little break we had. I want you guys to welcome Tyrese from Olympics Cuts. Tyrese, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself, man. How you get into the barber game. Tell us a little bit about your history. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like you said, my brand is Olympus Cuts, and basically all that falls under that is, obviously being a barber. Honestly, being a barber all around in every aspect, from cutting hair to customer service to me now. I'm getting into the clientele from a coaching standpoint. So my clients now are going to be other barbers as well. So basically, I started out, graduated from high school, from Aiden Griffin, go Chargers, and moved on to college to go to Wofford College down there in Spartanburg, South Carolina, on the full ride athletic scholarship. And over the time, after I played for a little bit and had that injury, and somehow it kept bringing me back to barbering. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy signs. Like I remember telling you a while. We was talking about my roommate. He wanted a haircut from me, and he told me I just look like I know how to cut hair.
Right.
And it was crazy that he even said that, because I was like, signs were there periodically. You remember I would attempt to line myself up with your clippers sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it was a tragic fail, but you kept at it though. You ain't let it get you down.
Yeah, I tried, but and yeah. So and like I said, going back to the injury, I had brief signs here and there that kind of brought me back to barbering. Like I remember I used to be on YouTube a lot, and this was before I think the internet was like really listening to us like that.
Right.
All that kept popping up on my suggested videos was a lot of barber videos without me searching them. Clipper videos, just things about overall barbering, period. So that kind of drew me to it. Mm-hmm. And I got to a point where, I started out, as you know, I went into corporate America after graduating college. And I just got to a point of where I felt like I needed to go to barber school, and I needed to give it a try. Because, I would have rather tried and not been successful at it than always thinking about what if I would have tried.
Right. Right.
So that's pretty much how I got started into it. Mm-hmm. I was grinding out, working that job and going to barber school.
Right.
And I ain't even gonna say the rest is history, because I'm still making it.
The history just began. It's just beginning, so it's not history yet. Like you said, when you was working in corporate America, I know you was working for a Fortune 500 company. Now, with that being said, you were making pretty decent money, but you seemed like you wasn't happy. What what drove you away from corporate America?
Well, I think what it's not also about what drove me away. It's kind of, I think the happiness also, or the unhappiness also came in the fact that barbering was drawing me to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the more I got drawn to the barbering, the more I got unhappy with my job.
Right.
But another thing was, I felt like I was putting in a lot of work and a lot of time to make somebody else a lot more money
Mm-hmm.
when I could be doing the same thing, betting on myself.
Gotcha.
And also, I mean, you know me. I mean, you know me more than a lot of people, obviously.
Right.
Um, I kind of like playing by my own rules, and
Yeah.
I felt like, it's almost like it's almost like a superhero. I mean, yeah, you get to go and fight crime, but you got to do it with your identity covered up.
Right.
So
Right.
it's the same thing. Like I was going to do something dope and cool,
Right.
but I was covering up me. I wasn't able to, and not that I wanted to dress bummy or any certain way, but I like to feel comfortable in the clothes I like to wear. I like to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, have my own look about
Right.
myself, and I feel like I wasn't getting that as well. So,
So you felt confined and kind of you were becoming more of a robot, or just like you
yeah,
said, just trying to fit in to
yeah,
what they want you to be, and what how they wanted to mold you, and you wanted to
mhm,
be your own person. I understand that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's have your own identity, and
exactly.
that's definitely important in life, because like you said, if you're not happy, you're not going, you're not typically going to succeed as well as you want to,
Exactly, and it makes the money not even mean anything. Because I
Right.
mean, I started that job when I was 22,
Hmm.
and making more than the average adult.
Right.
But I was like, at that age, from 22 to 25, I was like, I should be the happiest.
Right.
I should be in my life, for the most part, because I mean, I had a girlfriend. We didn't have any kids.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, we were kind of, moving how we wanted to move in a sense, but from a job and a career standpoint, I just wasn't happy.
Right.
Even though I was progressing, like, I was getting the promotions, faster
Yeah.
than what most people would,
Right.
and I was and making the money along with it, but
Right.
the happiness just wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
'Cause like I said, I know. I remember you received an award. You got Rookie of the Year in sales. When you started at the second company, and I said that
yep,
was impressive. I was like, for your region, and I was like, that was like the Northeast region. And I was like, that was pretty impressive. And you gave your best to corporate America. Like you said, you didn't lax on them, and relax. You gave a good effort, and that
yeah.
translates to your personal business. Now, with barbering, how was your first year starting out, after you completed barber school?
My first year being a full time barber.
Yes, first time barber. Yeah.
So I was pretty much trying to be rookie of the year again
Right.
in my own business.
Hmm.
Which I think I got it. Because it actually, I mean, it worked out well at the beginning. Obviously, just like anybody else, I had that slow phase,
Hmm.
but I shortened that phase
Hmm.
by putting in the work, and by doing other things that me and you talked about, and that eventually I put into the form of an ebook.
Right.
But my first year, like I said, I started out, at the very beginning. I think I came down to Charlotte, in which we left that part out too. I moved to an entire new city
Hmm.
after graduating barber school
That's
and
right.
quitting
That's
the
right.
job.
Yeah, that's important.
So so I quit the job and moved to a random city, which would have been Charlotte, where I mean, we got our cousin down here, Gene,
Right.
a couple friends that I went to college with. But
Hmm.
other than that, I mean, I was starting out fresh.
Right.
So, like I said, I had that brief dead period, but once I started putting in the work, and I started realizing how I can how I can build my clientele and tap into the market that I want to tap into, I mean, it picked up for me relatively quick.
Right.
And about, I'm gonna say about 6 months,
Hmm.
I was going at full speed.
Right. Yeah.
So which I'm thankful for, because it's really unheard of for that to be happening within a 6-month time frame. And
Right.
I
Right.
basically, at that point, I had already replaced the money from the corporate job as well.
Okay.
I would say I was relatively close enough to say that, I put it that way, because
Mhm.
obviously we can't account for bonuses that I was getting from corporate America, but from a
Right.
base salary standpoint, for sure.
Look, your tips became bonuses at that time.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly.
so yeah, you look at it like that. So somebody tip you, that's your bonus.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
it's all how you look at it too, because when you in corporate America, you get bonuses like quarterly
right.
or monthly, but when you're a barber, I mean, you get bonuses when holidays.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, um or events like school going back, or
Hmm.
prom,
Hmm.
stuff like that. So that's a bonus in itself too, because your business is going to increase. That's just natural, because people need haircuts. Like, everybody's going to need haircuts around those times.
Right. 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 So, with that being said, with the cuts, are you unisex? You are you just for one ethnicity, or you cut anybody that walk in the door? They're a potential customer.
So in the very beginning, everybody that walked through the door was a potential customer.
Hmm.
So basically, yeah, everybody's a potential customer. But what I will say is now, I have been more selective, because I have been able to have the ability to be that way.
Okay.
Because at the beginning, it's all about a numbers game. It's all about cutting as many heads as you can, and um, no matter what type of person sits in your chair, and let me backtrack. I do cut all types of hair. So
Hmm.
straight hair, curly, anything. I cut any in man or woman.
Right.
Um and but females, I primarily focus on like shorter styles.
Hmm.
Um I don't really do a whole lot of shear work with females. I primarily do like shortcuts and designs.
Hmm.
Maybe like curly mohawks and things like that. So
Okay.
that's what my expertise is when it comes to females. But anybody else, from a male perspective, I mean, I pretty much cut everybody. But like I was saying, from being a selective standpoint, you know, I was able to do that and kind of do stuff a little bit different. So
Hmm.
now, um, everybody that walks through the door, they are a potential client,
Right.
but we also have to mesh, and they have to align with the business that I built now.
Totally. Totally. Totally.
So,
Yeah, that's cool.
uh,
What type of information would you give a new Bob? I know you without giving away too much of your ebook. What type of information would you give an individual, coming out of barber school or cosmetology school? What type of insight would you give them? Starting out.
so first and foremost, I just did another speaking engagement with somebody else recently, and what I basically what I'm kind of getting the message out about right now is about passion. You
Hmm.
know, overall, if you are passionate about the industry that you're joining or that you're already in,
Hmm.
um, that passion should create an obsession for you. And you know, overall, that overall obsession for your industry, or whatever the case
Hmm.
may be, whether you're a barber or a stylist, or whatever the case may be, like, that obsession should drive you to want to, first off, wake up every morning and go do your job, and run your business. And I put emphasis on your because
Right. Right.
I
Because
mean,
like I said, that's
everything
how
you
you eat.
do,
That's how you eat. That's how you keep the
yeah,
lights on. So it's your responsibility to make it work for you.
exactly. And it's a reflection. Like, it's a reflection of you. It's a reflection of your brand.
Hmm.
It's a reflection of your product. And And the one thing I will say is, like, when you think about it, you coming out of school, you don't have to be, and you won't be the best,
Right.
when it comes to, like, me, I always said, when I first got out of school, I said I knew I wasn't the best hair cutter, but I can be the best overall barber.
Gotcha.
And what I mean by that is, I can cut hair decent, but I can have excellent customer service.
Exactly.
And when it comes to customer service, honestly, like now, like from the very beginning up until this point now, I make it real hard for my clients to leave. No matter,
Right.
I don't went up on pricing, 2 to 3 times, but like I challenge people to do that. Like, make it hard for people to leave, because and you do that by building those relationships.
Exactly.
Building relationships with people where, like, for me, I find out about people's pain points. I found out about their family, kids. Like, I always ask how kids doing. I keep up with vacations.
Right.
I keep up with, if somebody comes to get a cut for a job interview, did they get the job? I mean, like, everything. Like, I try to remember all that stuff. And
being personable.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely
starting
important.
to bring those intangibles. That's what's gonna keep that's what's gonna keep you getting money, and keep you to people wanting to come. And honestly, like, just sit in your chair, because the part of it, the service is cool. Like,
Right.
Some people really only want the best of the best. Like, and honestly, like, those people, it's a small group of them. It's smaller than what people think. Some people really want somebody they can vibe with, that can do a good job, and do it how they want it to be done. Because I hear oftentimes that, like, a lot of times people say, "Dang, man, you listen well."
Yeah.
And I cut their hair how they want it cut, not how I want it cut,
Right.
not how I think that.
Right.
But don't get me wrong. It's a fine line between that and having a professional opinion too. Because in the same token, you got to be professional.
Yeah.
You got to be professional enough to know that, like, they looking for something that ain't gonna work. You got to be able to articulate that and say, "Hey, look, I don't think you can do this, but we can get it closer
to what? Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like, somebody might want a mohawk, but a mohawk really don't fit them. But you could, talk them into getting like a burst fade or something like that. It's just having that. You know what I'm saying? So and like the most important thing is go to work. Like, people that sounds simple, but people get that freedom and that that availability, and they think that they supposed to just ride around all day if they don't have or do nothing. And I always tell people, if you're not working in your business, work on your business.
Right.
You should be working on posting on social media. You should be working on, getting reviews from clients, or updating your portfolio, or coming out with whatever something to build your business and work towards something. So that's what I suggest. And like I said, it's plenty more.
Yeah. Look, don't get too much away. Hey, but with that said, look, we get a little short on time here. How can someone book with you, and also where can people find you to purchase the ebook or to see some of your styles?
Okay. All my stuff basically runs through Instagram. Like, my link is in the bio for everything. So the ebook is in the bio. If you don't want to completely purchase the ebook, which I don't see why you wouldn't, because it's a lot of information in there. I have a newsletter as well that goes out. That's in my bio as well. And booking is through the bio. Primarily, like I said, right now, I'm trying to book barbers to help build their business, stylists.
So what's the name? What's the name on your IG? What's your IG name? And they can find you.
That's very important.
Right.
Olympus Cuts. That's OLYM PUSCUTS, all one word.
Uh-huh.
And so everything, and like I said, everything runs through my Instagram. It's all under Olympus Cuts.
Gotcha.
And that, like I said, the you can click the link in the bio. It
Mm-hmm.
has everything up there: ebook, how to get in contact with me, the newsletter if you just want like some daily tips or weekly tips, I should say.
Okay.
And yeah, so everything through Instagram, pretty much.
Gotcha. Hey Tyrese, hey, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy fellow. Got the baby at the house and the soon to be wifey. So yeah, look, I know it's time is tight. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you
Yeah.
coming through. And but like you said, I'm about to sign off of here. And all you people out there, that's listening, hey, reach out to him. Hey, he definitely a wealth of information, barbering and any other type of organizations that you have or businesses that you have. The information could be applied to a lot of different things. Hope
Pretty
everyone
much any
has
service-based business.
Say it one more time.
I said pretty much any service-based business.
Service, yeah.
Yep, any service-based business. That's what I think I would say I specialize in, or I can really help from that standpoint. So
got you.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, like I said, we'll get up with you. And like I said, I'm gonna have you back up here again, see how things going with you. Look, a follow up in a couple of months.
Okay,
See
cool.
if you got any, new clients. See if you got anything special going on. And then, but with that said, I hope everyone enjoys, this Martin Luther King weekend. Don't forget why you off of work. The reason why you're going to be off of work on Monday, and remember, this Martin Luther King Jr. gave the ultimate price, to help us with our freedom. So, don't forget the reason why you're off work and why you have a long weekend this weekend. And until then, I'll see you guys next Saturday from the Bricks. This is Brick City with your host, The Real Charlemagne. And I'm going to take you out with the King Holiday Chorus. And like I said, just remember, hey, Dr. King have a dream. You can have one too. Talk to you soon.
Car wash jumping rims, they shining up. Everybody dressed up, looking good. Grab my shades so the sun don't blind me, no. It's another like summertime in the hood. Let's have a block party. Get on up, ain't got nothing else to do. Let's have a barbecue. Grab your phone, everybody go call the crew. Let's have a block party. Summertime, and the sun don't set tonight. As long as the beat don't break and the wine keep popping, we gonna keep rocking till the cops come knocking. Turn around, grab a hand all the way. Turn around, let's stop, move around now. To the left, to the right, ladies, take your hand now. Stop, grab a hand now. Turn around now, move around now. To the left, let's stop, to the right now. One time now, two times, jump around, let's rock. Cops harassing, trying to shut us down. Just keep on rocking. Just keep on rocking. Let's keep on rocking, y'all. Keep the wine popping. Keep on rocking. Ain't gonna be no stopping. Till the cops come rocking. They gon' rock through, y'all. All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. What a beautiful life. Listen, I woke up this morning, y'all. The sun was shining oh so brightly. I thought about how good this life is. Back in the day, it wasn't always like this. I think about the things we done been through. I think about the place that I come from. It wasn't always easy, so every day I'm thanking God for the beautiful people everywhere I go. I just need to see your smiling faces at my show. And when you're feeling real love from the family, every day is a gift, y'all, that's all I need. What a beautiful life. All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. What a beautiful life. Happiness, you know, it feels real good, y'all. For us to get it, then we gotta work hard, y'all. Every day. And don't pay attention to the things they say when they tell you that you can't make it, but you can if you try, y'all. When life is rough, I know sometimes you wanna cry, y'all. Just keep the faith and don't question. Ain't no need of stressing. Your life is still a blessing.
It's not about the cars, the money, or the clothes.
You can believe these things will only come and go, but when you're getting real love from everyone you meet, it's a blessing, y'all. It's magic, y'all.
What a beautiful life.
All that I've got is all that I need. I got you, baby, you got me. What more could I ask for? Beautiful life. Beautiful life. What a beautiful life. And now we all been blessed to be here, so it ain't no need for stress. We don't worry about the things that we can't control. We just pray and hope for the best. You don't need a whole lot of money. You don't need no fancy car. You ain't gotta be famous or a movie star. Just be happy with who you are. You got some food on the table and a place to live, and that's a beautiful life. You got somebody you can love, family and some kids, and that's a beautiful life. You got money in your pocket just to pay your bills, and that's a beautiful life. Just to make it through the struggle and you still be here, now that's a beautiful life.
Okay, wind me up. DC, stand up. The Godfather, I got you. You spoiling me now. 6 years later, still the talk of the town. I put myself on, and then I put my team on too. Take on my BET. I spilled my drink on hold. Still I believe that, and I mean that. There will be no flow if you ain't sing that tune. We see police run joke. You put DC on first. I put us all on next, and now it's all on me to keep your name on.